Alright, let's give it a look. Probably am not gonna. I'm gonna try not to cover this too much, like mechanics, because just jumps and mechanics will come with time. But like immediately, there's not really a reason to be taking fall damage on that rollout. Um, so just like work on cleaning up the old jumps. Holy market gardener. Oh wait. Oh, why does this keep turning off? df underscore use. Hold on, I don't remember the command. Fine, I'll just do it this way. Okay. Pretty standard start. Chilling, looking for a crit heal. Alright, you've got 300, you should look to be aggressive. You're pretty much doing that. Reload and rebomb. This guy's gonna fight you, that's fine. So pretty much everything you did that mid was like textbook, just good. I don't really have much to say about it. Like the only thing you could have really done better was, have better mechanics, but that's not what we're here for. And then the other thing is I kind of am, once you re-bomb from lower, this is like my one nitpick. Can I get, does anyone else have a, okay, this will work. And let me double check that you can see my mouse on the stream. Yeah, you can. Okay. So you came down here and got the pack. You rebombed up here, and you're standing about right here, and you're looking at a scout who's being healed. Now, maybe you have the call that he's really weak, in which case you did the right thing. However, sorry, I think more realistically, the right thing to do would have been, once you're here and there's a scout being healed, you need to like find high ground. Whether that's jump again to this shack or just back up to up here. But yeah, basically like there's no way you win this fight against the scout. So other than that, the recommit, which I think was too aggressive onto their scout. Pretty good. Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah, there you did the jump lower. Okay, there was happening. Get the hell out. No, you can't do enough damage to that guy for it to matter. I would have liked to have seen you, because your demo's here, either get arrowed and jump left, or jump to spawn and then jump left. Just sort of standing around for a beam is not super good there. Honestly, already in the first like few seconds here, or like first minute here, it seems like you have a pretty solid grasp of like ideas of how you might want to play the class. It's just going to be like micro stuff. Not that there isn't always improvement to be done everywhere, but okay, what's happening? You guys are pushing with the Uber advantage. You've resupped. Okay. This is a nitpicky thing, but like, why are you on the low ground in the grass here? Yeah, you should have done this 5 seconds sooner. That's not good. Alright, you have to resup. Anyway, I was going to say, on your pushouts, so some teams are going to be different. This is really annoying. But I would have liked to see you jump up here just like way sooner. And that does a lot of things for you. It's high ground if they come in through any door. And also, like, this is a hiding place, so you want to check this. But if you just jumped up here and, like, waddled this way a little bit, peeked here, and then, you know, kept an eye here, ready to jump onto point, I think that would have been a lot better than standing, like, or, like, you know, walking down here. And just one of those things, you ended up there and eventually, you just gotta, like, do it immediately. I don't really know what oh, I know it did. They repushed on your medic dropping and you guys walloped them. Good positioning there, taking the high ground, spamming. I saw it, you know, on the fence. I didn't see the beginning of the fight, but that's alright. Can we get this thing off the screen? This is very annoying. There. I can see your team now. Okay, they have bigger Brad. Your combo's looking at lower, so you're looking at Saw. Okay, at this point, you need to not be looking to die. They spotted you. You're not overly healthy. They are quite slow. At this point, you know their flank is below you. You could go for a play here. It depends on what your team is calling. If they're going to try to repush with the super, my inclination is that you should try to live, because you're going to try to force them with spam with your combo, and then you're going to pop back out onto them. Because you're at 80%. Alright. Not bad. Personally, I think they probably should have popped and killed your 2 soldiers. But I do like that you backed up to live there. You know, once you got your damage. I'm not certain, but I think you maybe ran out of rockets there, and you should try not to do that. If I'm wrong, you know, whatever. And I know it feels safe to be up there, but, like, you should pretty much always plan on having 1 rocket loaded during a stalemate like this. Okay, your combo's mostly focusing lower, you're mostly focusing Saw. Their beam is Saw, you need to be calling that you need help, because you can't hold Saw by yourself with no heals. They do back up, though. Just getting some ammo. I like that you're maintaining crit heals here. Yeah, if I were you, I might actually even take my 300 and just, like, peek Saw a bit, just to see if somebody maybe gives you a good trade for damage, because you've got a full 300 health. Okay, so, you're jumping. Let's see what you do. Oh, yeah, that was good, too. I was going to say, looks like you're going for the air shot, and don't do that, but yeah, you did something pretty good. Holy, get destroyed. You're actually the GOAT. You should be mentoring me. What? Their medic didn't pop? That's awesome. Wait a minute. I can't believe they didn't pop. Okay. Honestly, that was sick. I'd be curious to know if somebody called that scout in, or if you happen to see him. I didn't catch it. But, you know, good decision making. If that had been a one-man, you know, your, like, timing that you jumped with should have been the timing you were countering with, but jumping on the scout was, you know, good. Okay, your team peaks because you were thinking about pushing, but looks like you might call it off, or you are walking in. That was very strange. Yeah, it's hard for me to say what you did wrong there because it was just sort of an odd situation where you're pushing uneven Ubers for reasons I don't really know. Yeah. Just thinking. The only thing I know for sure is that both your soldiers being on the low ground was not good there. Shooting that rocket would have been fine there. Nice rocket. I think that was a direct. And I don't really have much to say about mids. Like, they're pretty good. You're playing for your health early, looking to get crit healed up before your bomb. I think your timing is a little slow here. Because you have 2 picks. I assume your team is going to want to try to get in through lower. This is a very good situation for you to peek a door early and try to draw some spam. Alternatively, yeah, here, I don't actually like you going the same door where your team is. Because you're, like, the enemies can look at all of you easily at the same time. I really want you to go through the other solid door here. And, like, yes, I understand that from here it's harder for you to accomplish as much. And you did it, by the way. Yes, I understand it's, like, harder to accomplish things from there, but just drawing attention away from the door for your team is what you really need to do there. Alright, same to you here. You have player advantage. Pick a door that's opposite your team and make some space through it.
Our control point is being captured.
What's that, cheater cam? Why are you the only player on your team that knows that scout's there? Oh, that feels bad. Obviously, you know, you're getting the kills, and that's good. Oops. Too fast into the mid. Alright, same start to the mid.
The control point is being contested.
You really want these crit heals. At some point, you gotta understand that you're not gonna get them. Yeah, this is the sad zone. Okay. So in this mid, you pretty much played the beginning of it the same way, where you wanted to maintain your crit heals and, like, not really trade damage, which is fine. You know, it's a good way to play mids, and the other mids have worked out fairly well for it. This mid, however, it wasn't happening. You're not going to get those crit heals, and you got to be comfortable with going with 200. Instead, you just sort of, like, drop down on your med, like, come on. And it didn't really seem to me like you dropping down was with the intention of killing the players on your men, because you could have done that from the high ground, just no problem. Holy. Intimidated. You and your demo have a powerful presence. Okay, you're down a demo. You don't have Uber yet. You can't push this. At least not yet. You may choose to push your Uber advantage.
The control point is being captured.
Alright, you've cleared all your doors. You're fine to go do whatever now. Oh, I guess you missed a door. Wonder where that was. Let's find out. Let's not find out. It's actually really annoying to do that. I don't really think you did anything wrong letting that back cap go through. You were clearly, like, making a point to clear doors. Yeah, that one was a little weird. So you sort of walked on the floor, got an early, like, 40 health buff with, like, not really crit heals, and then jumped from the floor, and you did a lot of damage when you landed. But at that point, just jump from top left with 200. Your bomb will be better and less telegraphed. Like, they're just not looking at you. And honestly, you kind of got lucky not taking damage, like, from a sticky when you walked in. Or, like, while you were getting buffed. And my read is that you did that because last mid you had trouble getting buffed on top.
All right, I feel good.
So you, yeah, you had trouble getting buffed, so you, like, just showed up like, hello, yes, I'm here for buff, heal me.
Our control point is being captured.
I don't know what's happening. Don't do that. All right, if I give you some advice. Okay, so, oh, oops. Pretend the stickies were right here. There's no reason you couldn't have shot a rocket here or here to move them to, like, a direction, not just shoot them there. That was terrifying. They're 3 up. Jump. Go. Who cares? Shoot the sentry. This wanting to get healed shit. It's a waste of your time. Alright, I don't even need to finish this.